Let me tell you something most men never realize until it's too late. The more you chase her, the faster she runs. Not because she doesn't like you, but because she doesn't feel you anymore. When a man starts chasing, he shifts from being the prize to being the pursuer. And women don't fall for pursuers, they fall for presence. You see, when you start over-investing, texting first every time, cancelling your plans for her, constantly checking your phone, what you're really doing is saying, "You're more important than my peace." And the moment she feels that, she stops chasing. So today, I want to break down exactly why chasing kills attraction, and how to flip the script so she starts chasing you. Not through manipulation, but through self-respect, grounded energy, and a quiet confidence that speaks louder than any compliment you could ever give her. Point 1. Chasing shifts the power. The moment you start chasing a woman, you hand her emotional control. Think about it. When you're always initiating, always reaching out, always trying to make something happen, she feels like she's the prize being pursued. But the most magnetic men flip that. They invite, they don't chase. They don't need to convince her to see their worth. Their energy already does that. When a man moves with calm intention, not desperation, a woman can feel it. You're not pulling her toward you, you're drawing her in naturally. And that shift in power isn't about ego, it's about energy. Because in attraction, energy speaks first. You can say all the right things, but if your energy screams, "Please choose me," she'll always feel she's above you. But when your silence says, "I'm already complete," that's when she wants to be part of your world. Point 2. You become predictable, and predictability kills desire. Here's the problem with chasing. It removes mystery, and mystery is what fuels attraction. When she knows you'll text back immediately, she stops wondering about you. When she knows you'll always be available, she stops valuing your time. She starts assuming your attention is free, and what's given freely is rarely respected. A man who's unpredictable in a grounded way, who has a full life, passions, and peace, naturally keeps her intrigued. She starts thinking, "What's he up to? Why hasn't he texted yet?" That space creates curiosity, and curiosity reignites her emotional investment. You don't have to disappear to create mystery. Just stop overexposing yourself. Let her feel the silence sometimes, because silence, when it comes from a calm man, builds tension she can't ignore. Point 3. Chasing comes from scarcity. Most men chase not because they love her, but because they're afraid to lose her. That's not attraction, that's scarcity. When your mind operates from fear, fear of rejection, fear of losing access, fear of being forgotten, you start making emotional decisions that push her away even more. You text too much, you over-explain, you tolerate disrespect, all to keep her around. But when you truly know your worth, when you realize that your energy is rare, you stop chasing validation. You stop trying to convince someone to stay. You simply understand what's meant for you doesn't need to be begged for. Scarcity says, "I hope she chooses me." Abundance says, "If she doesn't, someone else will." And that mindset alone changes your entire presence. Because women don't chase the man who needs them, they chase the man who doesn't. Point 4. You train her how to treat you. Every time you chase after she pulls away, you're teaching her something. You're showing her that even if she withdraws, ignores you, or disrespects you, you'll still be there. That's not love, that's conditioning. You're rewarding distance with attention. And what happens when you reward something? It repeats. But the moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop trying to fix every mood swing or overanalyze every cold reply, you disrupt that pattern. She starts wondering, "Wait, what happened? Why isn't he reacting like before?" That confusion makes her reevaluate you, because now you've shown her something new, that your time, attention, and effort must be earned, not expected. And that's when the power shifts back to you, quietly, effortlessly, and completely. Point 5. Attention is currency. Spend it wisely. In relationships, attention is the most expensive currency you have. It's what women value most. Not your money, not your looks, but your focus. When you give your attention to a woman who hasn't earned it, you're giving her something priceless for free. But when you give it selectively, When your focus stays on your purpose, your peace, your mission, that's when your attention becomes valuable. She starts craving it. She starts wondering what she has to do to earn it again, and that's when she begins to chase. Not because you manipulated her, but because you reminded her of your worth. The same energy that was once chasing her now pulls her in without saying a word. That's masculine power, controlled attention, not emotional pursuit. Point 6. Presence is more attractive than pursuit. Chasing is about movement. Presence is about stillness. When you chase, your energy says, I need you to complete me. When you're present, your energy says, I'm already complete, and I'd enjoy sharing this moment with you. See the difference? Presence draws her in because it's grounded. It makes her feel your confidence without you saying a word. When you're sitting across from her, calm, centered, fully in control of your emotions, she feels safe. Women don't chase men who talk the most. They chase the man whose silence speaks confidence, the one who doesn't rush to fill the quiet moments because he owns them. Be that man, the one who's unbothered, focused, rooted, the one she can't quite figure out but can't stop thinking about either. Point 7. Detach without disrespect. There's a difference between being cold and being calm. Detachment isn't about punishing her. It's about protecting your peace. When you pull back, don't do it to prove a point. Do it to regain clarity, to come back to yourself. You're not withdrawing out of anger. You're simply saying, I'm not going to pour into something that drains me. And that energy, that subtle self-respect, changes everything. Because when you walk away with peace instead of attitude, she feels it. It's not bitterness, it's dignity. And that kind of calm detachment leaves a mark. It tells her, you don't need me to be whole. You choose me, but you'll never chase me. That's what makes her chase you. Point 8. When you stop chasing, you create space for her to invest. When you stop overgiving, you create silence. And in that silence, she starts to wonder, does he still care? Did I lose him? That uncertainty is where attraction grows again, because now she has to do something to close that emotional gap. She has to text first, initiate plans, or show more affection. See, chasing takes away her effort, but when you step back, you give her space to invest again, and every bit of effort she makes deepens her emotional connection. That's the paradox. The moment you stop proving your worth, she starts proving hers. Because now she feels something she hasn't felt in a while, that she could actually lose you, and that's when the real chase begins. You don't attract through pressure, you attract through presence. So next time you feel the urge to chase, pause, look around, breathe. Because the moment you stop running after her is the moment she starts walking back toward you. If you've made it this far, comment untouchable below, because that's what you're becoming. Calm, collected, unchased.